encima de mí, toda cosa. Si arriba está roller coaster.
Updates from the business scene, foreign exchange market, and the economy at large. Tune in to Mainland Business Cafe every Monday at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
Fantastic conversations.
Great to see you again. It's good weather. You want to agree with that?
Yeah, I love weather. Trending music.
I live the life that I love. I love the life that I live. Tomorrow.
Traffic updates.
Ojoba and Charity intersections is good. There's no cause for alarm.
Sports. And everything fun is right here on Mainland 98.3 FM. Don't touch that dial.
Good morning and welcome to the Mainland Business Cafe on 98.3 Mainland FM, the sound of Lagos. My name is Rioja. As always, I'm your regular host for this morning's edition. It is 11:15 a.m. in the city of Lagos Metropolis, and today is the 8th day of the month of January 2024. As always, updates from the business scene will be disseminated shortly, together with trending stories making rounds in the financial market. This program will be segmented as thus, and what we're going to be looking at, the first segment is the end of weekday trading summary on the NGX for last Friday, 5th January 2024. Updates on the FX market and international currency rates against the Naira will be coming up shortly in the second segment. And the third segment, which is the primary or the focal point for this morning's program, will be a scheduled telephone interview with the Books General and NGX investor, Mr. Jonathan Okwekwe. We're going to be talking about the future, the peculiarities and possibilities the stock market could bring in 2024. So as always, it promises to be informative and interactive as much as possible, touching all spheres of the business scene. So please stay tuned. Once again, my name is Rioja, and this is the Mainland Business Cafe on 98.3 Mainland FM, the sound of Lagos. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back shortly after the break.
Hey there, how is business? Would you like to advertise with us at Mainland 98.3 FM, where you get to connect with a large base of passionate fans and ardent listeners of our broadcasts? We have flexible and highly competitive advert rates to suit your needs by negotiation. Contact us today on 0913-6000-420, 0913-6000-420, or send an email to info@mainlandfm.com.
Follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM, on Twitter at Mainland FM. We are the sound of Lagos.
For latest updates from the business scene, foreign exchange market, and the economy at large, tune in to Mainland Business Cafe every Monday at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
All right, thank you for standing by. 18 minutes gone past the hour of 11 a.m. This is the Mainland Business Cafe on 98.3 Mainland FM, the sound of Lagos. I am Rioja Opia. And from the business report for last Friday, the 5th of January 2024, this is where we're going to keep you updated with concise happenings from the business world and how it affects every other sector of the economy. Now, given the volatile nature of the stock market, trading floors, commodity prices from the respective economies of various countries, it is imperative to note figures and statistics may vary. Rest assured that we shall fill you in with accurate details from the trading floors of the NGX for last Friday. Now, for last Friday saw a total of 892,677,030 shares in 13,019 deals, corresponding to a market value of 14,328,690,780 naira and 16 kobo were traded. Compared with the previous NGX trading day, Thursday, January 4th, Friday's data showed a 9% decline in volume but a 28% improvement in turnover. The current market capitalization of the Nigerian exchange is 43.6 trillion naira. In the aggregate, 123 NGX listed equities participated in trading, ending with 59 gainers and 21 losers. Nigerian Aviation Handling Co. led the gainers with a 10% share price appreciation, closing at 28 naira 60 kobo per share, followed by UPDC with a 10% share price appreciation, closing at 1 naira 65 kobo per share. Transcorp Hotels or Transcorp Nigeria with 9.99% share price appreciation, closing at 12 naira 66 kobo per share. Wema Bank with 9.99% share price appreciation as well, closing at 7 naira 38 kobo per share. Transcorp Hotels with 9.92 share price appreciation, closing at 84 naira 85 kobo per share. And finally, Infinity with 9.92% share price appreciation, as well as CI Leasing came out last with a share price depreciation of 34.11%, closing at 3 naira 38 kobo per share, followed by Multiverse Exploration with a negative of 9.99% share price depreciation, closing at 18 naira 20 kobo per share. SCOA Nigeria with a negative of 9.94% share price depreciation, closing at 1 naira 63 kobo per share. Abe Mortgage Bank with a negative of 9.86% share price depreciation, closing at 2 naira 65 kobo per share. UPDC REIT with a negative of 9.33% share price depreciation, closing at 6 naira 80 kobo per share. Finally, WAPIC with a negative of 8.97%, and of course with a share price depreciation of 0 naira and 71 kobo per share. More importantly, Fidelity Bank recorded the highest volume of 92.7 million traded shares, followed by Transcorp Nigeria with 75.4 million, Sterling Bank with 71.6 million, and FCMB Group with 56.9 million. Regarding the performance of NGX market indices, the benchmark NGX All-Share Index ASI soared 1,644.12 points to close at 79,664.66, representing a one-week gain of 6.93%, a four-week gain of 11.81%, and an overall year-to-date gain of 6.54%. Other remarkable indices that performed were the NGX Top 50 Index with 2.9%, 9.37% 1 week, and of course the YTD recorded 8.35%. NGX Top 30 Index recorded 2.25%, 7.38% 1 week, and of course the YTD recorded 6.88%. NGX Insurance Index recorded 4.39%, 17.33% 1 week, and of course the YTD recorded 14.08%. NGX Banking Index recorded 3.62%, 1 week 1.53%, and of course the YTD recorded 10.29%. NGX Pension Index recorded 3.31%, 10.68% 1 week, and of course the YTD recorded 9.7%. Finally, NGX Premium Index recorded 3.23%, 6.46% 1 week, and of course the YTD recorded 6.05% as the YTD. This is the summary of the trading floors from the NGX of last Friday, 5th January 2024. Please stand by for updates on the international currency rates to the Naira coming up shortly in the second segment of Mainland Business Cafe on 98.3 Mainland FM, the sound of Lagos. I am Rioja Opia. Please stay tuned. Welcome back. This is the Mainland Business Cafe on 98.3 Mainland FM, the sound of Lagos. 24 minutes gone past the hour of 11 a.m. All right, and on to the second segment. Of course, we're going to be talking about the foreign exchange, where in Nigeria, where different currencies are traded for one another, and now the FX market, as we all know, is established or influenced by various factors such as supply and demand, inflation, interest rates, political stability, and economic performance. Now, this is the USD to Naira exchange rate for today, January 8th, 2024. Now, from one of our correspondents, currency dealers in Abuja, Zone 4 Market, Nigeria, said a dollar was being bought at 1,243 naira and sold off at 1,230 naira today, as against 1,225 naira it traded yesterday. Now, the second most traded currency, known as the euro to naira, traded at 1,324 naira for buying and 1,306 naira for selling respectively in the parallel market. Now, interestingly, and at the same time, the pound to naira exchange rate is 1,555 naira for buying, while you can sell a pound for 1,530 naira at the parallel market rate. Now, for the last 7 days, the dollar to naira, which happens to be the most traded currency in the FX market, for January 1st, 2024, of course, the buying rate for the dollar to the naira was 1,190 naira, and of course the selling rate is 1,180 naira. For January 2nd, 1,200 naira for buying, and of course the selling rate is 1,190 naira. For January 3rd, 1,178 naira for buying the dollar, and of course the selling rate is 1,170 naira. For January 4th, the buying rate for the dollar to the naira was 1,210 naira, and of course the selling rate was 1,193 naira. For January 5th, the buying rate for the dollar was 1,220 naira, and of course the selling rate was 1,205 naira. January 6th, 2024 saw the dollar being bought at 1,208 naira, and of course the selling rate was 1,220 naira. And just yesterday, January 7th, 2024 saw the dollar being bought at 1,225 naira, while the selling rate was 1,209 naira. Now, the USD being traded at 1,243 naira in parallel market, Lagos, today, Monday, January 8th, 2024. Now, the USD has been traded at 1,243 naira when parallel market closed last Friday, January 5th, 2023. Now, this makes it a negative of 12.42% decline for the United States dollar against the naira this week. Now, as a closing note, as the year commenced, the fluidity of the Nigerian naira, as predicted by economists and related variables when compared to last week's market trading amongst relevant players, seems to be spiraling out of control. Now, the million-dollar question that will herald a series of events in the foreseeable future is, could 2024 get any better or considerably worse? Please stick around, and we'll be right back after the break. All right, thank you for standing by. 28 minutes gone past the hour of 11 a.m. 2 minutes from now will be the headline news, but until then, we shall move over to the third segment, where we shall have Facebook and YouTube, which shall be streamed shortly on 98.3 Mainland FM.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. The sound of Lagos.
It's time to break it open and really stand out. Broken Air. It's here.
On Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. Lagos.
Don't touch the dial. 98.3 FM. Don't touch the dial.
Headline news on 98.3 Mainland FM.
Good morning. Headline news on Mainland FM. My name is Sage Babalola. Tinubu orders probe of Edu Humanitarian Ministry over 37 billion naira, 535 million naira fund. PDP G5 vows to support Tinubu's second term as Atiku eyes 2027. Immigration unveils online passport application portal today. Nigeria Supreme Court declares control of nation's inland waterways as federal government's exclusive right. Nigerian Army arrests 112 suspects, destroys 233 illegal oil refineries in rivers. Nimet predicts 3-day sunshine, haziness from today. On the foreign scene, heavy fighting in Gaza as Blinken holds Gulf talks. In sport, Super Eagles AFCON opponents Guinea-Bissau arrive Côte d'Ivoire. That is the headline news on Mainland FM. Details at noon.
When the airwaves in your market become more and more crowded. It's time to break it open and really stand out. It's here.
Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
For latest updates from the business scene, foreign exchange market, and the economy at large, tune in to Mainland Business Cafe every Monday at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
All right, thank you for standing by. 32 minutes gone past the hour of 11 a.m. This is the Mainland Business Cafe on 98.3 Mainland FM, the sound of Lagos. And on to the third segment of the program this morning. Just as we established before the headline news was taking, we're going to be talking about the future, peculiarities and possibilities the stock market could bring in 2024. Just by way of reiterating, we're currently streaming on Facebook and YouTube, which is at Mainland 98.3 FM. And of course, we have the Books General and NGX Investor lending his expertise to talk extensively on the proposed topic this morning, which once again is the future, peculiarities and possibilities the stock market could bring in 2024. Now, just by way of introducing the topic this morning, now the Nigerian stock market recorded an impressive start in the first trading week of 2024, with investors gaining 2.7 trillion naira from their investment in the NGX. Now, accordingly, the benchmark index, NGX All-Share Index ASI, surged and broke through 79,000 psychological mark to record a substantial 6.5% week-on-week gain to close on Friday at 79,664.66 points from 74,773.77 points the previous week. Now, similarly, the market cap, which represents the total value of investments in the exchange, surged from 2.7 trillion naira to close at 43.593 trillion naira from 40.917 trillion naira the previous week. Activity summary for the week under review showed that bargain hunting in blue chip telecommunication stocks, MTN Nigeria, which gained 8.0%, and Airtel Africa gaining 6.0%, propelled the market's performance. Activity levels mirrored the market's broad gauge as the total traded volume increased significantly by 139.2% week on week, while the total traded value recorded 15.9% week on week increase. Sectoral performance was positive, with gains in the insurance index with 14.1%, banking index with 10.3%, consumer goods index with 4.4%, industrial good index with 3.6%, and oil and gas index with 3.0%. Of course, we have Mr. Jonathan Okwekwe, the Books General and NGS Investor, who will be joining us shortly this morning to discuss extensively the remarkable performance of the NGX this year. So please stay tuned while we get Mr. Jonathan on the telephone to join us this morning.
Updates from the business scene, foreign exchange market, and the economy at large. Tune in to Mainland Business Cafe every Monday at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
Follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM, on Twitter at Mainland FM. We are the sound of Lagos.
All right, thank you for standing by. This is the Mainland Business Cafe on 98.3 Mainland FM. And of course, we have Mr. Jonathan on the telephone this morning. Good morning, Mr. Jonathan.
Yeah, good morning, Rio.
So good to hear from you. Happy New Year, sir. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
All right, good to have you join us this morning via telephone. All right, just without further ado, let's get down to business. We've already intimated our listeners concerning the topic, the proposed topic for this morning, which happens to be the future peculiarities and possibilities the stock market could bring in 2024. Now, we've already, before we brought you via telephone, we've already told our listeners the remarkable performance that the NGX has witnessed in the last few months that ended 2023 and how well it started this year. And I can bet dollars to donuts that you can attest to that fact, right?
Yeah. Very positive.
Beautiful. All right, so sir, very quickly, so what are your thoughts and possibly speculations on this? Reason being that the last few months, just as we established, has been remarkably impressive. Now, can this level of consistency be maintained given the volatile nature of the market?
I'm going to start by saying that over the years, the end of the year has always been a positive one for shareholders and companies under the NGS.
Okay.
I think due majorly to the 13th month salary that people get.
Okay.
Not knowing where to put them, I think it helps the stock market.
Okay.
It's a festive period. There will be many bonuses, many giveaways. Even people that don't usually give you anything before the month of December is where you get, if you're a good person, get things from people. And over the years, questions has always been, what do I do with such bonuses? And part of the advice you give to people is to invest them, because these are money you didn't expect. And once they come like that, if you don't plan for it, they have their own plan.
Okay.
So it's part of what is pushing the market. You also realize that in the last 10 weeks, the bull has been in the market, and it's surprising to all of us, shareholders, the companies, and even the people that has more experience in the stock market. And there's not anybody who's going to tell you that we foresee this coming. We never saw this coming, and it has shaken most of us in the positive light that we don't even know what to predict next.
Okay.
If you're asking me what the future will be like, what the next 2 weeks will be like,
okay,
I can actually not tell you directly that this is what I think it will be like, because it's like the stock market now has its own spirit, has its own mind. It decides where it wants to go to. That's why the fact that the authorities on the stock market exchange before now can predict that the market is going to fall this week and it will be so, or the market is going to rise this week and it will be so. But now, this bullish run, we cannot really say that this is when it's going to stop. And of course, my advice to the shareholders is that whatever you want to do now, take your profit.
Beautiful.
Because for every rise, there's a low coming.
Yeah.
This rise now, we don't know when it's going to stop, but a low is coming. Low is coming.
Okay.
But even if the low comes, it's not going to be very impactful.
Okay.
Because this rise has come and man, it has broken many records, both on basics points, both on the share index, both on the market cap.
Market cap, exactly.
Many levels.
And even the YTD too.
We have not been on this level before in the history of stock market. And in the last week, ending December, in 1 week, the stock market gets over 2 trillion.
Yes.
That's never happened before.
Has never happened. So, which is why I established that it was a remarkable performance.
Very remarkable. Very remarkable. This is going to stay in history for a long time. I just hope that we can beat it, maybe take it to 3 trillion. But even this week, the first week is beginning this year too.
Okay.
We have made over 2 trillion.
2
it
trillion.
has never happened before. Yes, and the market is making history.
Okay.
And even all over the world, the Nigeria Stock Exchange is on the top.
Okay.
It's on the top.
Okay.
So we don't know when this will stop. But even this week, what we can predict is marginally, it will still be on the green.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. That was very, very extensive. All right. Once again, by way of reiterating, this is Mainland Business Cafe on 98.3 Mainland FM, the sound of Lagos. And of course, we have the NGX investor and books general in person of Mr. Jonathan Okwekwe joining us this morning via telephone, I might add. And of course, we're currently streaming on Facebook and YouTube. Okay, so if you're not close to your radio facility, you can get juicy glimpse of the program via our Facebook platform and YouTube platform respectively, which once again is at Mainland 98.3 FM. You can join the conversation, drop your comments, drop your reactions, or you can simply join us via telephone or WhatsApp. For telephone conversations, you can call 0913 600 0410. Once again, 0913 600 0410. You can call or you can simply send a message to that same number or WhatsApp 0913 600 0430. All right, thank you very much. All right, so while we wait for calls for conversations from our beautiful listeners, let's move over to the next question, okay, which is like 1B of the first question. Okay, all right, so Mr. Jonathan, very quickly, we know that sometimes when the trading summary or the weekday trading starts, when it starts, sometimes it could start negatively and maybe by midweek it's already picking up, or sometimes it could start on a very beautiful note, the weekday. It could start very well Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, and then by Thursday something happens. So what could you attribute to, what factors could be responsible for these irregularities?
This is normal to nature, and it is the law of demand and supply. That's coming to play here. Now, at the beginning of the week, the market might be slow. The market might be slow. Then, during the course of the week, it might peak, depending on who is taking profit and who wants to increase their stake in the market. So, these are what determine the direction the stock market will go. As you speak now, there are many people taking profit, and you realize that the first time I spoke, I encourage people to take their profit now, because we don't know how long this is going to last. Because, whenever there is a high, the low is coming. So it's the law of nature. It's the law of nature. There's a time for plenty and there's a time for drought, something like that. So it's also plays too. Play out in the stock market too. So in the beginning of the week, the market might be slow. People may not want to keep out their stock, want to see how the market will play, and everybody wants to make profit. So some people will delay to make more profit. Some people who are not greedy will just take the profit. So in the beginning of the week may be slow, but by the middle of the week, we already know the trajectory of the market,
direction that the market is going.
We now know, if people want to take profit or people just want to keep what they have.
All right. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, a call was coming in. I wanted to conference the listener in. Okay, I take it that we may have a couple of traffic this morning. All right, so very quickly, let's just put that one on hold and just give a chance to our listeners to join the conversation so that we not monopolize it. Okay, 0913 600 0410. You can join us this morning if you have any questions. Of course, our NGX expert and investor and books general, Mr. Jonathan Okwekwe, is joining us this morning and lending his expertise and profound knowledge on the proposed topic, which happens to be the future peculiarities and possibilities the market could bring in 2024. 0913 600 0410 is the number to call. You can call and just join us on the conversation this morning, or you can send a message to the other line, WhatsApp 0913 600 0430. 0913-600-0430, or you can simply head on down to Facebook and YouTube respectively at Mainland 98.3 FM and drop your comments, reactions, and please share the video as well. Okay, all right, so while we wait for calls, I hope that the call will intercept with my next question. All right, so while we wait for calls, Mr. Jonathan, very quickly, without further ado, let's talk about sharing with us the best stocks to purchase and why these stocks are profitable.
This is a big question.
It's a very big question, right?
The stock market, the way the stock market has gone now, for beginners, it will be difficult to actually pick stock for them because almost all of them have gone up. Transco alone in the course of the year was over 1,000%.
Okay.
At the beginning of the year, last 2023, Transco was trading at less than 7 naira, and as we speak now, it's almost 100 naira.
100 naira, okay.
So, if a novice is just coming into the market, to now encourage them to buy Transco would be a great error. But for somebody who has been in the market, who has taken much profit, it's a place to go because we don't know how far it will go.
Okay.
Because if you have picked it up at 15 naira, by now you are making a lot of profit. You don't know if by February or March, Transco can hit 150 or 200. So that's for the people who have had experience in the stock market. But for beginners, I would advise them to go for penny stock and rising stocks, something like that. So for the banking sector, the banking sector is a good buy at any time.
Okay,
at any time.
Beautiful.
The banking sector is a good buy at any time.
Okay.
And now Transco Power Tree is coming up now. I think as at this morning, it's trading at in the range of 13, 14 naira.
14 naira per share, exactly.
Yes. For anyone who wants to pick that one too, it's a good buy both for beginner and for people who have stayed for long. But generally, if you have some funds that you want to put, I think this is the best time, and because one of the reasons is because reports for the full year will be coming in now, and AGMs will be coming up now, dividend payments will be coming up now, and we expect the market to go up more than this. And positive results we are expecting because almost all sector, there were some companies that were dead, resurrected in 2023. There were companies that were dead for years, dead. When I say dead, buried, that shareholders have given up on. And last year, most of them came up. Example is that communication.
Okay.
As at last year, that communication was trading at 20 kobo, and it has been like that for years.
So now, there was no rise.
No rise at all. It was just there. When I say buried, we are buried deep. It's just that we just kept hope alive that maybe it can resurrect. And thank God, we waited this long. As at this morning, it's 140 kobo.
Okay. In fact,
it's 140 kobo. Open at 170 kobo. You want to say something?
Okay, yes, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to interject a little and add to what you just said, because when we usually give the stock market updates every day, every Monday, so as to update our listeners. And we've noticed that for the last couple of weeks, Dark Communications has really been in the bottom losers. So is there any... is it I don't want to scare our listeners, but we just have to be realistic as much as possible. Is it something to what does it call for a major concern?
You say it has been at the bottom, that communication.
Yes.
That's what you said.
Yes.
No. Are you sure?
Yes.
That communication has risen in the last 10 weeks.
Okay, are you talking about the price of the unit price of share?
Yes.
Okay, the unit price of share.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But yes, in terms of the operation of the company, I can't really see anything because even me as an investor, I'm not happy with that communication. For ever since we bought it, I think the only time we have had meeting is about twice or three times.
Okay.
Since 2008 that they went public till now, we've not met any of the directors face to face. But that aside, we don't actually want to see their face. All we just want to do is we invest and our money is doing well, and when it's time to cash out, we are making a profit. So that communication is coming up now. So I want to advise anyone, banking sector, then look for the penny stock because you don't know what company is next. that will rise like the Transco Hotel. You don't know what next. And like I said before, you can't predict any of these market trend anymore because the market trend just takes its own art and it's just running on its own core. And I believe that this is still going to stay for long because looking at the beginning of the year, usually stock market is slow but on a steady rise because of the results we are expecting, dividend payments, the full year reports, and the fundamentals of bringing into the market and all those stuff. So people are positive. People want to put in more markets in order to cash in on the dividend. And so, like I said, if there is any stock you should go for now, any of them will do. But I would advise that you seek financial advice, maybe from
a registered
financial
stockbroker,
or a stock market expert, so that it puts you in line with what you have to put in the market.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan. Okay, let's move on now. Now this is from my own findings and my own research. Now, there has been a backlog of shareholders' complaints of purchased shares and pending dividends after mergers and acquisition has taken place with some companies. Now, so the question is, how has the Securities Exchange Commission, the SEC, which happens to be the apex regulatory body of the Nigeria capital markets that answers to the Federal Ministry of Finance, been able to protect investors from these issues?
First of all, I want to commend the SEC. They are up and doing when it comes to unclaimed dividend, and over the years they've brought many innovations into the market and all stakeholders to work hand in hand in order to make sure that shareholders get their dividends
and paid promptly and on time.
Wherever comes into merger and acquisition. So what I would advise is, I think the work lies majorly with shareholders, not really the regulators. Shareholders should help each other to get informed about unclaimed dividends and every company going through mergers and acquisition. Once you have filled your e-mandate form and you have sent it to the registrar, it's automatic. Any merger and acquisition, whether you are aware or not, you will get your money as at when due. It is when you have not done your part, that's when there is issue. And SEC and the other stakeholders, they've come and make it very easy. All you just have to do is get the form, fill it, and submit to the registrar. And whatever is due to you, you will get it. And once you have filled the form and you have submitted and you are not getting, you can do a backup email to the registrar to let them know that you have not gotten it. And from their response, you know where next to go. So I think the shareholders, the work is in our hands to make sure that, and in my own little space, I'm trying to do a lot. I'm doing a lot, even in my church. People have got to know me, so we need to do this and push this thing because the backlog and the volume of the money that is that is floating, that people don't know, apart from the people who are diseased and
with the exception of the deceased,
But for the ones that we can claim, let us help each other. Maybe the aged people who have children,
the dependency ratio,
yes, so that they can get all these things. We should get our own work done. It's simple from the regulator side.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. Very, very intelligently answered. All right, so once again, this is Mainland Business Cafe on 98.3 Mainland FM, the sound of Lagos. Very quickly, we're in the third segment and we're looking at the future peculiarities and possibilities the stock market could bring in 2024. And of course, NGX investor and expert and books general, Mr. Jonathan Okwekwe, is joining us this morning via telephone to talk about this particular topic. So if you have any questions, all right, if you would like to talk about how you can get your dividends, or how you can, after the mergers and acquisition, or what stocks you would like to buy, of course, we're just a phone call away. 0913-600-0410. You can call and we'll conference you in, and of course the expert will lend you his expertise and give you guidance on how you can go about this particular issue. Okay, so very quickly now, shareholders' expectation for 2024. Now, we need to address the following things, Mr. Jonathan. The floating of the Naira. And this has led... Okay, all right, let me suspend that and take this call. All right. Hello, good morning. Oh, we seem to have lost that call. 0913-600-0410. Mr. Jonathan is on standby. You can ask your questions concerning the future peculiarities and possibilities of the stock market. All right. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Oh, we seem to be having a difficulty with the telephone line. All right, but, we hope that it's being worked on. All right, Mr. Jonathan, are you still with us, please?
Yes, I'm here with you.
Okay. All right, we seem to be having an issue with the telephone line this morning. All right, good morning.
The network is bad tonight.
Yes. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello. Okay, good morning.
Morning, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning.
All right.
Yes.
My name is Abayomi.
All right. Abayomi, where are you calling from, please?
I'm calling from Bega.
Bega. All right, please go ahead. We're listening.
Bega.
All right.
Yes, I have a question. Actually, I bought shares.
Okay.
In Gateway Bank. That's many years ago.
Okay,
I was a little younger then.
Could you kindly say the name of the company once again?
Gateway.
Okay.
Gateway Bank.
Gateway Bank. Okay, go on.
Yes. So, and I do not know how to follow it up. I've had some challenges health-wise and some other issues.
Oh, sorry about that.
But I'm a bit better now, yes.
Okay.
And but I really don't know how to go about tracing my dividend, whatever income it is.
Okay.
That I don't know how to go about it. So
Okay.
I need help in this area.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. You're welcome, Mr. Abayomi. Thank you for
I will
calling.
listen to you on radio.
All right. Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right. Mr. Jonathan. Okay, so I hope you got that, sir. Oh, we seem to. Okay, 0913-600-0410 is the number to call. All right, 0913-600-0410 is the number to call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Please, I call to asking for assistance for my daughter's
Okay.
work and NECO stuff. And it's with the late registration, they just send her back home. I'm calling on radio, but I'm moved to call.
Okay.
And
the
work is 50,000, the NECO is 45, but any amount anyone can assist. Because right now, I'm visually impaired and have a spinal cord challenge.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, we're so sorry about that, but we have your number. If there is any way we can assist you, we'll give you a call, okay?
Please. I'll appreciate that.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Your help will not fail you. Thank you very much. Keep up the good work.
Okay. All right. Bye for now. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Please, may I know your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Richard. I'm
Richard.
calling from Ikeja.
All right, Richard, please, could you make it snappy because we are pressed for time, okay?
Okay.
All right. We're listening. Go ahead.
I'm calling from Ikeja.
I got that. Please go on.
Okay. I called yesterday concerning one man that came to your show, and you said I should call you back. So I've been trying the number, it's not going through. That's why I'm calling back now this morning.
Okay, are you referring to time out to the masters?
Yeah, Mr. Ben.
Okay,
Ben.
Mr. Ben. Okay, yes, we'll get back to you on that. Okay, this is an entirely different program. Okay.
Okay,
I'm
sir. Thank
anchoring.
you.
Okay, but thank you for calling,
Thank
Mr. Richard. Okay. All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank
Bye
you.
for now. All right, I'm afraid that's all we can take on Mainland Business Cafe this morning. Possibly we might do a part 2 next Monday because the topic is actually very extensive, but we have to give way for the global news at 12. But join me next Monday on the 15th of January 2024 for more updates on the business scene. Until then, keep listening to Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. Once again, my name is Rioja Opia. Do have a fantastic week ahead. Up next is the global news at noon. Bye for now.
Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
This is the global news on 98.3 Mainland FM.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the global news on Mainland FM. In the highlight, Tinubu others probe of Edu Humanitarian Ministry over 37 billion naira and 535 million naira fund. PDP G5 vows to support Tinubu's second term as Atiku